Do you know your mother makes sex movies? That's what the judge asked my child, my tiny boy, and I lost custody. All that for 1/16 of a second of possible nudity of me.
One revealing moment on screen, that's all it took.
Basic Instinct has the most paused moment in movie history.
And Sharon Stone's life changed forever.
I just thought that they would remove it and just not show it. Like, my God.
Sharon Stone claims you tricked her without her knowing into the famous scene.
She took her panties off, then she gave them to me as a present. That is the reality.
So I called the director and I'm like, you can't release it anyway, it's a XXX.
And I said, I don't take it out. You accepted it.
I went up to the projection booth and slapped the director and said to him that I was going to sue him if this gets released.
But nobody listened to her.
I lost everything. They even took my child from me.
While Sharon fought to tell her truth, a storm was heading her way.
Basic Instincts.
Basic Instinct.
Basic Instinct.
The shots we made, I showed to her on the television.
You're lying. You tricked me into doing it.
So what really happened that day, Sharon?
When we were shooting the scene, we'd shot a couple of takes, and the director said to me, we're seeing it. It's glowing white when you cross your legs. It's hitting, the light is hitting it too much, and we can see you have underwear. If you take them off, we won't see anything. It'll just be a shadow, but we will get that you don't have underwear. I said, okay. I took them off. We did the scene. The movie was done. I got called in to see it. Not on my own with the director, as one would anticipate, but with a room full of agents and lawyers, most of whom had nothing to do with the project. That was how I saw my vagina shot for the first time. I was so shocked. I went up to the projection booth and slapped the director and went to the car and called my lawyer and said, my God. And he said, don't even worry about it. They're not going to be able to release it. So I called the director and I'm like, you can't release it anyway. It's a XXX. So forget it. Oh, yes, we will, and we'll do whatever we want, and you don't have an opinion. And basically you're a girl, so shut up.
The director ignored her protests, so Sharon waited anxiously for when the movie would be released. And when that day arrived, nothing could have braced her for what was about to come. Making videos is what matters most to us. It's how we bring powerful and moving stories to life. And thanks to today's sponsor, June's Journey, we're able to share more of them with you. June's Journey is a hidden object mystery that transports you into the glamorous and dangerous world of the 1920s. You'll embark on an exhilarating adventure as June Parker, working to unravel a thrilling family mystery. You'll sharpen your observation skills, finding clues hidden in beautifully crafted scenes. As you progress deeper into the game, you'll be able to design and decorate your own island and take part in seasonal events for unique rewards. It's the perfect way to relax, unwind, and keep your mind sharp, with each clue drawing you closer to the truth. What long-buried secrets will be revealed when the last piece of the puzzle falls into place? So download June's Journey today from the link in the description or by scanning the QR code on the screen. Your next adventure awaits.
The film had so much crazy hype that the premiere was on the lot, not at a big theater. They just could not control the crowds. We were in a big screening room. When the film ended, there was absolute silence. Finally, after what seemed like forever, the crowd began to scream and cheer. "What now?" I said to Faye, to which she replied, "Now you're a big star and they can all kiss your ass."
4 seconds of tension, silence, and a single crossed leg, and Sharon's life changed forever.
One of the most talked about people in the movie business these days.
She's one of the most talented actresses in the whole wide world.
Delivers a steamy, but more than that, I thought an incredible performance in her controversial new movie.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back to the program, Sharon Stone. People are saying that there's a lot of exciting sexually explicit material that did not make it into the final cut of the film. Is that true? Is there a lot of really good stuff someplace? Is there other things floating around? Yeah. And was it difficult to do that kind of work on a soundstage in front of, technicians?
Well, the crew is really lovely group of people.
Of course they were. I'd be lovely too if I was in on that.
Every interview, every appearance, it was all they wanted to talk about. That one scene in the explicit nature of the film. And out in public, fans swarmed her in waves.
You're a megastar. You're a big deal. You're just like a skyrocket.
Pretty weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any trouble adjusting to that?
Walking down the street, we'll go, Sharon Stone! I'd go, what?
People startled you, didn't they?
They scare me a little because
yeah.
they yell my name and then I don't know, do I know you?
Mm-hmm.
Should I know you? Did we go to school together? Are you my cousin?
Yeah.
Are you a killer?
Sharon tried to laugh it off, but one day when she got into her car, she realized just how serious things were getting.
And people climbed all over my car. And I didn't know what to do, and the light changed, and people were blowing their horns, and I thought, will I get arrested if they fall off and I hurt them? Like, what am I supposed to do? I didn't know what to do. I was so afraid, and I put the car in gear, and I started driving slowly, and I started falling off my car. And I was so terrified.
But back in her hotel room, it was even worse.
People had broken into my room to steal Sharon Stone's belongings. It was my toothbrush, my camera, my film, my underwear, everything was gone.
Did you have any idea when you made that film just how much that role would define you?
Not stupid.
No. The work was shocking and the subject was sensationalistic, and the movie made $500 million.
So you feel you made the right decisions?
Yeah, but I can't say it's been easy to live with.
And on the night that should have been one of the biggest moments of her career, stepping onto one of the most coveted stages on TV, reality came crashing down.
I came to do Saturday Night Live, which I was so excited to do and scared, really scared. And I came out to do the monologue, and a bunch of people started storming the stage saying they were going to kill me. And so all these people were getting beat up and handcuffed right in front of me, and we went live. And I was doing this live monologue while they were handcuffing and beating up people at my feet. I was just terrified. I honestly blacked out for half of the show.
Sharon tried to block it all out, the pressure, the threat, but fear doesn't stay buried forever.
I was standing behind my couch, and somehow I ended up over the couch, and I'd hit the coffee table, and I was on the floor.
Sharon described the moment as being hit by Zeus's lightning bolt. It was incomprehensible. 1 second she was upright, the next she was gone, struck, flung across the room, her body crumpled, her vision spinning, and her mind screaming for clarity.
I don't have an understanding of time, or if I was unconscious and then conscious. I don't know, because I was alone. I don't know.
Sharon woke up inside a hospital, blinding lights above, voices shouting all around. She was being frantically wheeled into emergency brain surgery. No one knew what was going on, and no one knew if she would be okay. During surgery, doctors made a chilling discovery. Sharon had been hemorrhaging for 9 days, blood pooling in her brain and down her spine. It was a miracle she'd even made it to the hospital alive. But the worst was yet to come.
I was in neurological ICU. And as it was September in 2001, just after the 9/11 attacks, I was in quite a chaotic environment, and everyone in there is fighting for their lives. In fact, the patient directly across from me died while I was in there. I saw that occur, and his bed empty, and the machines that were keeping him alive be removed. Neurological ICU in that condition and the way that it was in that hospital was a very, very rough place to be, with the televisions playing and replaying the 9/11 attack.
Sharon lay in the hospital for weeks, surrounded by chaos and uncertainty, frozen between life and whatever came after it.
I thought that I was dying for a long time. I was burned to the ground. Because I everything that I had been before, I thought, I'm not any of those things anymore.
And then I had to learn to walk, hear, write, talk, remember, and everything all over again.
But while she fought to heal, the one person who was supposed to fight beside her gave up.
Because it took about 7 years to really recover. And in the meantime, my terrific husband married his mistress. They sued me for custody of my infant son because I was not well.
Sharon had to watch her young son take the stand during the custody battle and answer questions no child should ever hear.
The judge asked my child, my tiny boy, do you know your mother makes sex movies?
And just like that, the 4-second moment on screen that once shook the world was now being used as evidence against her.
This kind of abuse by the system, this kind of abuse that I was considered what kind of parent I was because I made that movie. And I lost custody. I lost custody of my child. And they won a ton of child support because I had a prenuptial. So the money came through my kid. And of course I couldn't work. And so I had to remortgage my house. I was down to nothing. And I was down to I gotta pay the kids' school on my credit card.
The woman once worshipped for her power and beauty had been stripped of it all. This was a rock bottom most people never imagine, let alone survive.
It was like starting over. It's like being a phoenix. It was like a death. But it's not a bad thing. Every death is a rebirth.
I cried and I accepted myself. It wasn't just a sad cry. It was just that shedding and accepting that I wasn't the thing I was before. Yeah. And it's important to say, this is how I am right now.
My philosophy is it's not how you fall, it's how you get up. And do you have the dignity and the courage and the integrity to get up and keep your moral compass together?
Sharon Stone is breaking her silence in a new memoir, exposing the private battles behind her public image, including the fight to regain custody of her son.
I was punished for changing the rules of how we see women. And I understand that by writing this book, I could be punished again. But this time, I'm not afraid.
This is 30 plus years ago, and people are still like, let's talk about that. It's like, why? Guess what? You're done stigmatizing me. This has everything to do with me. This is something that, you guys turned into a giant situation. It's not a giant situation. Like, knock it off.
Do you miss acting? Do you want to do, what do you want to do?
Well, I have to say, some of the most wonderful women in this business have offered me employment. And I'm going to be doing some great work in acting. It's turned itself around. It's really turned itself around in a really beautiful way.
So I want to say thank you for choosing me to be Woman of the Year, because there was a time when all I was a joke. Each and every one of you is going to have a moment like mine, a moment that changes your life, and you're going to be held accountable for it. So the time to decide who you are is now. The time to decide what you do with the tender, important, beautiful, passionate, most important part of yourself. What are you going to do with it? I'll tell you what I did with mine. I respected it. It was hard won after I only did that. We have every right to be powerful in whatever form of sexuality we choose to have. And no one is allowed to take that away from you.
Don't forget to download June's Journey today for free via the link in the description or by scanning the QR code on the screen.